you're not fixed to be drawn away somewhere else. I mean, it'd be different if we were a Marshall, but we're not. I mean, if you look, we have a gas line all the way from Lake Norman to Monroe.
Yeah, and we did all that right here, but we didn't go out of town talk plan there.
But, I mean, we don't have to go out of town. I'm just saying that you know, if it always worked in the past when we did go out of town. We had much better conferences than when you have them like the last place we went to, which I didn't think was very good. Not anything against you, Larry. I thought that place was pitiful.
Well, you know, the word retreat itself suggests that you actually retreat. So I think it suggests that you go somewhere. It doesn't mean that you go to some place extravagant or exclusive.
How much extravagant can you get in Pinehurst?
No, I'm not suggesting we go to Pinehurst.
Oh,
I'm just saying retreat means just that you step back from the regular, the norm, you're more comfortable and relaxed. I understand that concept, and I agree with it.
When you're relaxed, I mean, if I was gonna do it in Monroe, I'd do it at the Old Army. But if you do,
Well, how much nicer place can you get?
but if you do, you really and truly, you accomplish a little bit, but you don't accomplish a lot. Am I right or wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong.
Well, you know, everybody's got a different opinion. I think I can get as much at the Old Army as I can in Pinehurst or over in Valentine. That's just my opinion. I don't usually give mine much, but I'm gonna give it to you today.
Everybody's quiet.
Well, no, I mean, everybody needs to give her opinion. I mean, that's what it's for.
All right.
Said, I think we need to get away somewhere. I don't care about the location, I just want to think there needs to be somewhere besides
I tend to agree with that.
county. Just because I think in the past, when I hear people left, and I feel like if we have it where you can't leave, people more tuned to.
What do you mean when somebody left? I don't follow you.
Was there not a retreat where people got in their cars and went home?
Well, yeah.
It was two members did, one member chose not to attend, and
Okay,
so
well,
you
I'm not.
ended up with 4 members at the end.
Right, well, I'm just bringing up the point that I feel like if we do something where we have to travel, then that may not be an easy.
In other words, if we take them way off, they won't nobody leave.
Right, take us
We take them to Chicago then.
regardless of how he
I agree with that, man.
Yeah, I figured I'd get a vote on that.
I'm gonna suggest we take it to December. Give us some time to think, give you an opportunity to maybe have several other places that you looked at. And then everybody that actually may have to decide to go or be here.
I'll second that.
Okay, I withdraw that motion to make a motion that we, table it to January.
Second that motion.
I have a motion to table, I have a motion, a second, all in favor?
Question.
I question.
I am certainly not trying to rush council. This information will probably be useless, and we'll, wherever y'all may want to go, we'll have to reinvestigate those as options.
Yeah, it's gonna be time.
Yeah, it is, yeah. We have not committed, we gave maybe a soft commitment to a couple of those places, but we didn't put any money down, anything like that, so it's not a deal breaker. I'm just saying that
Yeah, I know you gotta line it back up.
sometimes, yeah. So, and I would say if y'all make a decision in January on the whole enchilada, staff is going to need more than a day or 2 or 3 to prepare their information to give it a good professional effort.
My comment on that whole thing is this: in my opinion, I'm proud of Monroe. We're not a backward city. Our airport is as modern as you get. Our electrical department, our gas department, the air show you just saw. So we've always crafted ourselves as running as a business, meaning we're the board of directors. There's your CEO, there's your city attorney. We set policy, they run the city. We're $160 million budget. So when you go plan, do you want to plan driving a jalopy? Or do you want to go plan to get a job done? And I just think that if you really want the council to put forth the thought pattern They've gotta feel comfortable, and they gotta feel like it's worth something. Now, you can go to Monroe Country Club, and you can sit down there, but I'm telling you, you're looking at ones, mine's probably gonna be 1,000 miles away. You get out of town to where you sit there and you actually might tell a joke, or you might even, laugh a little bit. You get a whole lot more out of it. Now, again, if we were a $1 million city, I understand, but $160 million budget is a big budget. And for us to hear what staff's got to offer, to hear what Mary Lou's got to offer, or Tanya, or the EDC department, we gotta feel like that once you get away, you're more comfortable. And that's the things you learn. What do they need? You know, what do we need to get to the next step? What do we need to do to get to the next level? I don't think it's a facilitator. I think what's in here is quite capable of putting us in the right spot. It's just a matter, are we gonna get anything out of it? And that is my opinion for today, and I hush.
Everybody got one.
And one last thing, I think you should mention it, in December, and let us know that when we come back in January, we need to be of the mindset that we're gonna definitely make a decision then and go with it.
I would ask, are there locations that that the group would like us to prospect?
Pinehurst is too expensive, but, you know, somewhere in between. And that's small money compared to, if we get anything out of it, if we come back with, making good decisions, wise decisions, that'd be the cheapest money we ever spent.
And that
What do you
way-
think of the Speedway Club? What do you think of the bottom,
The bottom one?
Speedway Club?
Preferably, I don't know, that, I just threw up what I had to offer, and I felt like that in the past, when we used to, we can't afford that now, when we used to go to Pinehurst, we got a lot out of that, a bunch out of it. And we came back and we were pretty much, ready to rock and roll. You know, if you pick somewhere cheap, you save a little bit of money, but again, the things we deal in is not cheap. They're expensive. So we've gotta be well prepared, and we gotta be well fixtured, and, if the council doesn't enjoy it, if they get down there and they're ready to get out of there, then you're not gonna get much from that standpoint. So it's all depend on, my personal opinion, I'd rather see us stay. I really have.
You know what?
Spend the night. And, work
That
during the
travel
day.
does, that travel does do something to you, going back and forth.
I know when we used to go to Pinehurst back then, it wasn't all that bad, but we had a good time. And we accomplished a lot. We worked hard. We went out tonight, and when we went out at night, we ate together. And I just think that that's something we don't do. And, I think staff's quite capable of putting together the program. I, for one, get tired of putting paper up there, and we're gonna do this, this, and this, all over the wall, and when we leave there, it goes in the trash can, and you don't do nothing. I think you get more out of it when you do it the other way. And,
If I could offer just clarification for the goal-setting session, the retreat, I'm not proposing a facilitator. Just clarification, I'm proposing that you hear from staff, department XYZ, you know, rather than right now, 15 different departments. We haven't really made up a sequence yet. I did not intend for a facilitator to lead you through those 2 days, just as clarification.
facilitators just don't do much for me. They got a job to do, and it's scripted, and what I wanna know, I wanna hear about people. What are we gonna do better at their show next year? What about Brian Bowen? What's he gonna do downtown? What's the EDC gonna do? What's the finance thing that we can do better? Those are the kind of things, in my personal opinion, that's gonna drive us to being a better city, not sit here and say, well, we all gonna vote on this as a priority over that, and when in essence, we're not gonna do any of it.
One other question staff would have is the preference to do this on a retreat over weekdays or over a weekend? That's one other thing I think we may want to hear from you, is
Well,
it also
probably
helps
better cheaper than it.
It's whatever council feels,
I
I'll refer to
personally
managers,
approve.
whatever council feels is appropriate for it to best accomplish its goals.
But, you know, part of it, having a good council is in a reaction too. And, when we're around here, all we're gonna do is come in here and sit down, we're gonna hear somebody and we're gonna get the hell out of here, excuse terminology. And away we go. When down there, when you do finish your meeting in the afternoon, you go out to eat. And, I don't know, if the council interacts better, then you got a better council that's gonna make good decisions.
And I think what Lynn is also saying is we get chance to fellowship.
That's
Well, you
exactly-
all put it off to January first, seems like you already got it together. Why wait till January?
Well, I just think,
I mean, you're gonna have the same story in December or January, you got them today.
if you look, there ain't many businesses in the city of Monroe that operate with a bigger budget than we do. We're not small fries, I'm proud of it. I mean, to think that we're as big in electrical, as big in the EDC, and big in gas, and how far the airport's come. I look at us as very successful. I think if we were listed as a business, we would be one of the most successful businesses in Monroe. And we got staff that makes it happen. And I know, when you look at most of your business that are successful, they don't try to go find them a cubby hole to, if they're gonna have a big powwow once a year, they're gonna try to get as much out of it as they can get. And, something that, you know, you might look forward to rather than saying, oh my God, I gotta spend 6 hours over here listening to Larry talk.
Well, I think, point, you were, maybe, I'm not sure who made it. Team building amongst council is important. I think this will help that. I think, also getting to know staff better and what their concerns are, what their needs are. I think it's positive. There's a million places I know, and I thank y'all for your work on this. Was any consideration given to the Great Wolf over in Concord?
We could, we didn't.
I'm just thinking that's far enough, but it's close enough.
Why don't you take a swim, sir?
I'm sorry?
Why don't you take a swim?
Yeah,
Or the water slides, I mean, and from a team building standpoint, they have the one where like 6 or 8 of you get in the thing and go down. It's pretty intense, I'm just gonna point that one out, at least to a 9-year-old.
All right, I have a motion, and did I have a second on the other one?
Yes.
I have a motion and a second.
I go out to Greensboro,
Grandover?
Now, when we go up on 85 and Grandover,
no, not
We've
Grandover.
been to Grandover.
We came forward. Well,
We have been to Grandover.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Grandover or
Yeah.
Four Seasons, there's
Oh,
also,
either one, both of them.
Four Seasons
Four
is,
Seasons.
yeah, that'd
the
be
only thing
And we
is,
went to Grandover on the left as you go into Greensboro. We
yeah,
sure
there's
did.
the Grandover, and then you also have
yeah,
the
all you gotta do is
Corey,
something
the Four
five thousand
Seasons.
Both
dollars.
of them are options.
Police
The
help.
council's review of the Grandover was not positive on that.
It was the Four Seasons.
We'll get, check them out.
My phone is, we don't wanna be good, we wanna be the best. I mean, we're competing with Salisbury and Concord and Gastonia. And if you're gonna be the best, you got to try to get your act together.
All right, I have a motion and a second. All in favor of postponing this to January? Any opposed? Hearing none. Reggie, if you'll remind us in December and get our act together.
Yes.
Please, ma'am. Thank you very
Any
much.
objections with the, we'll come back and revisit it, I guess, but the guidance and staff program, way to define what they present with the program initiatives in excess of $100,000 of new money or the addition of 2 personnel. Does that sound reasonable?
That's good.
Yeah, I move to agree with the session format.
Super.
Okay. All right, now I've got some closed session minutes. Y'all got those on the motion on that.
Mayor,
Yes.
you wanna do that in closed session.
Yeah, okay.
You need to get to the closed session
All right, hold on.
first before undertaking any.
Okay, we're ready to go in closed session if somebody will read that.
I move to go into closed session pursuant to North Carolina General Statute section 143/318.11A1, A4, offered by the public body in negotiations, and to consider the qualifications, competence, performance, character, fitness of, or the real investigative complaint, charge, or grievance by or against any individual, public officer, or employee.
Second.
I have a motion, second, all in favor?
Aye.
We're going in closed session.